All the content contained in this webcast is for informational purposes only. The investments and strategies contained in this webcast may not be suitable for you. Please consult your own independent financial advisor before making any investment or trading decisions. Welcome back, traders. Second portion of our show, Mid-Morning Outlook here. And the Mid-Morning Outlook is not so bright, Dennis.
Not so bright, Joe. We're down 8.5 points. We've been down. We bounced a couple of bucks here, but we've been down as much as over 10. So the market here is giving back a lot of its gains that it had there just in the late yesterday when it ran up. It pretty much gave all that back.
Okay, the market 1392 level, what we were talking about Monday and Wednesday's lows. It's hit 1389. Now 1389 is the target for the day based on our average ranges. That's not saying that this market is more than overdue for an expanded range day to the downside. I have really no number at that level. I'm still keeping an eye out now, Dennis, on this 1380.50 level. And unless the SPOOs get back above and hold 1392 here in a brief amount of time, that's where we could be heading. Moving on, Dennis, it looks like Best Buy was not the best buy in the pre-market.
No, it wasn't, Joel. This thing, and we were talking about it on an earlier show, trade as high as 28.20 after the report. So looking on your chart here, it traded up over that 28 high, was trading up to here. It traded a lot of stock in the high 27s too, in the 27.60 area. It traded for a while up there. And obviously gave it all back. Was trading down, around this 25.70 area in the pre-market. Opened at 25 and a quarter, and actually went down as low as 24.62. So man, this stock has been all over the place in the last couple of hours. The hour and a half since it's reported earnings right after 8 a.m. Man, this is a wild ride, but the end result is still the same. Last quarter was the same thing. The stock's trading up at 28, and boom, has earnings falls $2.50. Almost the same deal here again. It's down $1.50. What's it going to take Best Buy to really get out of this slump that this stock is in?
I don't know, Dennis. Someone is really putting their pedal to the metal here. We are almost at yesterday's volume here, close to 9 million shares in the session right now. Traded 9.7 million yesterday. Really, you can't touch this stock, Dennis. Really, if I was short holding out here, I'd be looking for this 23.39 to 23.73 range. Mid-March at March 14th and 15th, Dennis. I mean, why stand in front of a speeding train?
Yeah, that's the problem. There's just no reason to own it, especially after they have it. The earnings didn't look that bad, but they're just not happy with the stock whatsoever. Obviously, there's a lot of online business, a lot of online retailers that are eating a little bit of Best Buy's lunch there as well. But man, not a good day again for Best Buy. Other stocks that are really weak here today, Joel. The whole financial sector is absolutely getting hurt here pretty big. Citigroup down over 2% here now. The financials do not look good whatsoever. What do you think of Citi?
Haven't taken a look at that chart lately. I mean, it did recover from the stress test debacle. Dennis, this stock is sitting on major support here at the 36.50 area. We had a low at 36.22. I like to call this run up here from 32 over to 38. 38.40 was the high of the move. It's kind of doing its all sitting on a cliff routine, Dennis. 36.27 here. We're trading here. If it falls off the cliff there, Dennis, I'm looking for this triple bottom here in the $35 area.
Wow, yeah, right over here. And it looks like, you've got this whole, you could say this, a trend was going up. It's breaking now. This chart is not looking good at all. Morgan Stanley is weak here today too, Joel. There's still an uptrend there in Morgan Stanley, I would argue, but it's starting to get close to breaking the uptrend as well. Like we had some capitulatory moves there almost the last 3 or 4 sessions when Morgan Stanley started breaking over 21, and boom, a couple sessions later, this thing looks like it's ready to fall pretty hard.
Yeah, you really can't put the bids out until we get to 1936, 1960 level. Those were the lows between on the 22nd and 23rd of this month. So that's would be a target on the downside. I looked at Goldman this morning. Stock is still holding up pretty well, but it does have the sitting on the cliff formation. It would be falling off that cliff if it fell through 124. Also, I've been keeping an eye on Bank of America. Still kind of hanging in there. 958, 958, 958. Dennis, triple bottom there. Bank America trying to hold in here below 9. Nothing supporting this stock until 940, which was the low on Friday.
I think that's the problem. These stocks have had a pretty decent run, and if they start to, break through these critical support levels where they're at right now, it could get ugly in a hurry. So you just got to be really careful. Obviously, if you're owning these stocks long, that if they continue this sell-off, it could get ugly. But not all the sectors are doing bad, Joel. Coca-Cola again. Very strong. The stock is up on the day, pressing against yesterday's high. Opened right at the low. Actually, I got lucky enough. I bought the open. I kind of had this sector rotation thing going on in the back of my head. I was actually we talked about it on the show. I was talking about with our bright traders as well. Kind of just had in the back of my mind that they might be selling some of your, cyclicals, some of your financials, and moving that money into other sectors. Coke looks like a stock they are moving it into. I am out of the position now, but I just bought the open. But I'm a quick scalper, so I took my quick 17 cents and got out. I should learn to hold better, but and then maybe I wouldn't have to do this radio show. But J&J also opened near the low. It's actually moving up now, getting closer to the highs. It's still down on the day, but it is starting to move up here, Joel. Some of these defensive names looking good.
Yeah, just moving on there, Dennis. What do you think about Procter and Gamble here? Open lower, has taken out that critical support area, trying to inch its way back down. Should be interesting to see if it can get back above and close above those lows.
Like, it's holding on not bad, only being down 22 cents, considering the S&P is down 9. Its relative strength is okay. But the chart is kind of scary. You're right at that support area. If we start to break down from here, there is a lot of air down over to that 66, that low that we made there, right around 66.20. So I would say if we started cutting down and making a new low on the day, the low on the day right now is currently 66.82. I'd like to see that hold. If it can hold, maybe it can start to move higher with the other defensive names. If it takes that 66.82 out, I'd be a little bit nervous to be long the stock, though.
Okay, and we got to take a look, and we got to talk about Apple, right? It did get up into that area, that 1646, the secret swing number of the day, got a couple pennies above that. Hasn't been able to come back down and hit Wednesday's low at 610.31, Dennis. But these way these spoos are acting, I think that's on the horizon. Perhaps a breakdown through there. I have absolutely no support until 606.06, and that's kind of scary. Also, Dennis, just a quick, IBM's been kind of.
We're just losing your audio there a little bit, Joel, so I'll jump in. IBM 207.26 is where it's trading up right now. It's holding up very well. Actually opened right at the low of the day at 206.09. Now trading up at 207.22. So stock is holding up quite well. I still keep an eye on that double top there, Joel. 208.66 and 208.80 or 208.69. That's going to definitely give you some resistance if this rally is to continue. But you got to like the relative strength in IBM.
Yep, Dennis. And is there any other stocks you'd like to touch on before we?
I would just like to talk about Big Lots, because this one here is getting killed too. So maybe it's a little bit of overall retailers here. There's a few other ones selling off as well, but Big Lots really getting beat up here. I actually didn't see what the headline here was. I don't know if they had earnings. I don't think so. But 43.57. So it opened down $2. Has been straight down ever since. Definitely this stock, it bounced right off of that support. You can see how these support areas really do work. 42.16 was the low in March. It did take it out by a little bit, 41.99, but now it's bounced up to 42.72. So they're not perfectly in stone, but the overall area here where it bottomed before, it is bottoming there once again. Now if it takes that out the second time, then it gets a little bit sketchy, but Big Lots definitely not having a good day, Joel.
What's the symbol of that, Dennis?
Oh, I'm sorry, BIG for our listeners out there.
I should know that.
Big.
You know what? I know. I'm like LOT. Well, Dennis, you're right. It did hit some critical support here at the 42.16 level. We got under there at 41.99. We bounced. Dennis, keep an eye on the gap to fill here between 39.99 and 41.27. If in fact this level cannot hold this 42, that's where we're heading. Just to close out this morning's broadcast, Dennis, we're always, looking for the doomsday here, but I just want to point out that ExxonMobil and Chevron Corporation are just hanging in here at their critical support levels. They have touched on Mobile, you got to keep an eye on, and 104.85 in Chevron Corporation.
Yeah, those are definitely critical levels here to think about. If they, you could get a bounce off here. It would form a double bottom if we started to bounce from here. But if we take those out, could get ugly. One more thing, just keep in mind, obviously, Research in Motion has earnings here after the bell. So, you want to keep that one in mind if you're going to be trading it today. It could be a little bit more volatile heading into the report. After hours, it'll probably have some pretty decent volatility.
Yeah, and it's just kind of skimming along the bottom of the pool here. 12.45 has been the lowest of the move. It's been the support's moved up to the $13 area, but we'll see if they can finally turn things around under their new CEO. Well, that's our mid-morning update for the markets today, folks. Get your bids out there at 13.80.50 because you'll get a nice bounce off there at least the first time. Coming back on the upside, folks, we need to get back above that 13.92 level we talked about this morning to mount any kind of a rally, and I'm sure it'll be tough sledding above 13.92 up to the intraday high of 13.94 and a quarter. One closing note, Dennis, we had talked about kind of the change in trend where the overnight highs have not come even close and how we've taken out the overnight lows with these. That trend continues today, so we'll see what happens.
And that's our show for today, and we will be back with you guys tomorrow.